Like, comment, and subscribe.
Set in the early 20th century, when India was under the grip of rigid social customs, the story of Prema is a powerful portrayal of a widow's struggle to reclaim her dignity and right to happiness. It's not just a story of a woman. It is the story of a society being challenged by truth, courage, and love. Prema was the only daughter of Pandit Shivnarayan, a well-respected priest and Sanskrit scholar in a conservative Brahmin village. Her mother, Sumitra Devi, was a devoted homemaker, rooted in old customs. Prema grew up with knowledge, values, and a kind heart. She was educated, beautiful, and full of life. At 17, she was married to Abhecharan, an educated and idealistic young man from a respected family. Their marriage was filled with affection and mutual respect. But tragedy struck just 4 months later. Abhecharan died of cholera. Prema's life changed overnight. With her husband gone, Prema wasn't just a grieving widow, she became a victim of harsh societal norms. Her ornaments were taken off, her hair was cut, and she was made to wear a plain white sari. Her world shrunk into silence, loneliness, and meaningless rituals. Her mother insisted that this was her dharma, her religious duty. Her father, despite being a learned man, felt helpless before the tyranny of tradition. Prema, still so young, was buried alive in a life of forced renunciation. Some years passed. One day, a young teacher named Dayanath arrived in the village. He was a reformist, educated in the city, and believed in gender equality and social change. He opened a school for girls and began teaching widows basic skills and education. His bold views made the conservative villagers suspicious. When Dayanath came to know about Prema, he was moved by her story. He saw not just a widow, but a vibrant soul suffocating under cruel customs. He began interacting with her through the school's education program. Prema was hesitant at first, but something in his words and conviction began to awaken a new desire in her, the desire to live again. As rumors spread of Dayanath and Prema's conversations, the villagers became furious. Elders called meetings, priests declared curses, and Prema's parents were shamed publicly. But Dayanath didn't back down. He held open meetings and explained how even scriptures did not forbid widow remarriage. Prema, after much inner conflict, decided she could no longer let society decide her fate. She gathered courage and told her father, "You taught me to think and to reason. Then why can I not decide the course of my own life?" Her mother cried and protested. But Shivnarayan, watching his daughter suffer every day, finally saw the truth. He gave his blessing, not as a priest but as a father. Despite threats and social boycotts, Prema and Dayanath got married. The marriage was simple but symbolic. It was not just a union of two people, but a rebellion against centuries of cruelty. Some villagers hurled insults, others sent blessings from afar. The younger generation whispered with hope. Prema's face, once lifeless, now glowed with purpose. Her red sindoor wasn't just a symbol of marriage, it was a badge of resistance. After their marriage, Prema didn't just settle into a quiet domestic life. She opened a center for widows, taught them sewing, reading, and even basic accounting. Her mission was clear: no woman should suffer the way she had. Her transformation inspired many. Slowly, other families began allowing their widowed daughters to study or remarry. The village began to change. Prema's story is not a love story in the usual sense. It is a story of love for life, for dignity, and for truth. It is about one woman who stood against the tide of blind tradition and carved a new path, not just for herself, but for generations to come. As Munshi Premchand subtly shows, real courage lies not in war or speeches, but in silently rising from the ashes and saying, "I will live again."